Cutie. Now, our first guest has had 13 of her novels reach #1 on the New York Times bestseller list. 5 of her beloved Christmas novels have been hit Hallmark Channel movies, and she's just released her newest book, Alaskan Holiday. Please welcome back author and our good friend, Debbie Macomber. Welcome back, Debbie.
Thank you.
Yes. Man, you just keep these great novels coming out, and we love it. Alaskan Holiday is your newest, and one of the things that I like about it, I think is perfect for a setting, for a story like this, is it takes place, obviously, in the Alaskan tundra, which I think is really exciting. But tell us a little bit about the relationship, the romance between your lead characters, Josie and Palmer.
Well, I had been working on a cookbook. In fact, the last time I was on Home and Family was when I was talking about the cookbook. And I had never had a character who was a chef. So I decided I would make her a sous chef. But she's got a job waiting for her in Seattle, but she's 6 months before. So she takes a job in Alaska and then ends up falling in love with one of the quirky characters up there. And she has to make the decision. And, you know, sometimes life throws us curveballs, and what we think we want doesn't turn out to be exactly what we want. But I'm not giving everything away.
No. When you say quirky character, he's a swordsmith, right?
Yeah, he's a swordsmith. But Alaska's full of quirky characters.
Well, you know what? You have to be. It's a rugged place to live. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
But you have a very special relationship with Alaska. This happens to be a place that's very near and dear to your heart. I mean, I love reading about it because you say that you've fallen in love with the rugged beauty of our 49th state.
It is rugged, and it is beautiful. There are so many eagles up there. There's a picture on Facebook that it shows a fir tree, and there must be 100 eagles in there. They're like as many as seagulls at the beach.
Can you imagine that?
No.
I can't even imagine. I've seen maybe 5 bald eagles in my lifetime.
Yeah. Wow. And my husband worked on the North Shore, and he would call me from this is years ago, of course, from a payphone, and you could hear, he said, "Listen, Debbie, listen," and you could hear the crackling of the northern lights.
So the lights crackle.
They crackle. They make a sound.
But
you have to be close. You have to be close.
I guess you got to be really close, because I've seen the Northern Lights. I never heard that.
So they crackle like lightning?
No, not like lightning, because lightning is a flash, you know. It was just like a crackling sound, like popcorn.
Amazing.
Oh my goodness.
I've never heard that.
Fascinating.
Now, I know this is your 35th year, by the way, as a published author. Congratulations on that alone. Congratulations also on this. You've sold over 200 million copies of books, which is incredible.
Okay,
These stats are amazing, right? We all applaud to that.
Yeah.
However, it was actually something else that made you realize that you'd really made it out there in the world.
Oh, you know, there are steps to, you know, I wasn't an overnight success. It just little steps along the way. But when people ask me, when did you know that you were going to be a success? And that is when my book and my title, or my name, was an answer on Jeopardy!
That is such a good story.
Oh my gosh, you must have loved that.
Oh.
Did you jump up and down and start screaming in your house?
I told everybody I knew in the whole world. I put it in a Christmas letter. I mean, blew it up. You know, this is it.
Tell me you have a picture of the television that day.
I do.
Yeah, of course.
Do.
That is a huge deal.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Alec Trebek's.
Oh, me too.
Big fan. Okay, there it is. Would you do the honors for us, please, Debbie, of reading the question? Oh, thank you.
Kitty doesn't like the knitting so much in the Debbie Macomber book called A Good This, but loves the threads. Cameron?
Debbie, what is a good yarn?
That's it!
For Double Jeopardy.
That was a Double Jeopardy question. You won it all.
Thank you so much.
And it was a daily double.
What? Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
That's
was that
so
guy who
great.
won Jeopardy? Pat or something? The guy who won everything?
Oh.
Yeah, anyway, we'll move on.
I cannot answer that.
Exactly, you'd lose that one. Another milestone that you just recently reached is your 50th wedding anniversary.
Yes. Congratulations on that, too.
Yes. Yeah.
What would
Big
you
year.
say is the secret to living in wedded bliss for 50 years? What's the secret to your success?
You know, no marriage is like this or this. It's this. And I think it's just the ability to laugh with each other and to be able to forgive each other when we're cranky or whatever. Yeah.
So it's having a heart to forgive.
Yeah, and a heart to laugh. You know, I consider Wayne my best friend.
Yeah.
It's so important.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah. And you've raised beautiful children and now have 11 grandchildren.
11 grandchildren.
Which is pretty amazing in itself. And I understand also that you really have encouraged their passion to read from the very beginning, from a very young age.
Well, what happens is I started with my own children. You know, Wayne and I would read to them as kids in the morning time before they would go to school. I would read them a book, and that love of reading went to the children, and then they took it to their children. It's passed on from generation to generation.
Well, I mean, when they look what their grandmother's doing, I mean, I'm not surprised that they have a passion for reading.
Wonderful.
It's incredible. Well, thank you so much for being here, and congratulations on Alaskan Holiday and everything else you've got. I'd like to maybe make a pitch at starring in the movie when it comes to Hallmark Channel. I'm just going to put it out there.
Debbie. But maybe you could be a Jeopardy question. How many Christmas movies has Cameron Matheson acted in? On Hallmark.
It's 4 or 5. It's a blur, but hey, everybody be sure to pick up a copy of Debbie's book wherever books are sold, and follow her on social media at Debbie Macomber as well.